Welcome to Win Global, the channel that helps local businesses become global, one step at a time. I'm Igor Chigrin, a certified international trade professional with over a decade of experience guiding companies through the complexities of global trade. Today, we're talking about CanExport Program, a grant for Canadian exporters to help them expand internationally. Whether you're an exporter, importer, or just curious about global trade, you are in the right place. Stay tuned, let's get started. So here what you see on your screen is the website of the program. The program actually is called CanExport SMEs. There are different CanExport programs, but this one would be the most interesting to the viewers of our channel. So if you're a Canadian company and you want to expand internationally, that includes US by the way, that program can help you fund your international marketing effort. So and basically to find this program is very easy. You just Google CanExport SMEs and the first website that you see will be the government website, the official website. It's on tradecommissioner.gc.ca. And by the way, there's also French version if that's easier for you. Now, let's review the eligibility criteria. So first of all, you have to be a company established in Canada, and you have to be a for-profit. Now, if you are not for-profit, and let's say you're an association whose members are interested in expanding internationally, there's a different program called CanExport CanExport Associations, and you should look into that program. But for now, we're only focused on the grant program for the for-profit companies. You need to be either incorporated or be a limited partnership or cooperative, and you have to have an active CRA business number, but chances are if you are already incorporated, you can automatically get the active and valid CRA number. So I'm sure it's not going to be an issue for you. In terms of the employees criteria, to qualify for the program, you need to have between 1 and 500 full-time equivalent employees. Full-time equivalent means any employee who works at least 30 hours per week. If, for example, in your case, you have two employees that work 15 hours a week, then you have one full-time equivalent employee, not two full-time equivalent employees. So that's a bit of a nuanced language of the government funding, but this is something that you need to know, especially if you have a few employees on payroll. Now, not all employees do qualify as employees. You also need to make sure that these employees are either Canadian citizens or permanent residents or refugees. All other categories of employees don't count, including contractors, especially if you are in, let's say, IT business or construction business or engineering, you might have contractors. So those contractors that are not on your payroll, they do not count as full-time equivalent employees. And we also noticed that the companies that have 10 or more employees have greater chances for success for this program, but technically speaking, this program is open to even smaller companies. Then the last criteria is that you have to have between 100,000 and 100 million in annual sales during the past fiscal year or during the past 12 months if you file your taxes quarterly. So that's what you need as minimum. And you have to meet all of these criteria, by the way, to qualify, not just one or two of them. All of them must be met to qualify for this funding. Now let's look at the activities that this program funds. It's also right here on this page. So first of all, travel to foreign markets. That means going to the trade shows, conferences, but also going to meet your potential customers or partners in the foreign markets. That travel also is eligible, and every trip can be paid for up to 2 employees. So if you have to bring somebody else with you on a trip to the potential client or on a trip to the trade show or conference, maximum 2 employees can be reimbursed. The travel of maximum 2 employees can be reimbursed through the program. You also get covered for your for the cost of participation in the trade missions, trade shows, meetings, or conferences. And there are 2 levels of participation. You can attend these trade shows or conferences, or you can exhibit at the trade shows or conferences. Both ways are funded, are eligible, as long as that conference or trade show or meeting happens exactly in the target market or your target geographic area. Gathering market intelligence is another eligible cost category. So this activity is funded by the government. Things like doing custom research, market research, purchasing reports and studies, those expenses are eligible. Applying for intellectual property protection in international markets, things like patents or trademarks in the international markets. Adapting your contracts and supplier diversification certification in the foreign markets are also eligible. So if you need to adapt your contract, for example, to meet the legal requirements and legislation of the foreign market, those legal expenses will also be eligible. Any expert legal and business advice related to expanding internationally is also eligible. And last but not least, translation, adaptation, and creation of the marketing materials tailored to your export markets that you target as part of your application. And I also wanted to highlight that not only offline marketing is eligible here, online marketing is eligible as well, and we can look into the eligible cost categories a little bit later. Now, what about the money, right? Where is the money? It's probably the valid question that you ask me. So this program provides 50% of these expenses up to a maximum of 50,000 Canadian dollars. And you have one fiscal year that starts from April 1st and ends on March 31st of every other year, every following year. This program is a federal government program, and it runs by the government fiscal year cycle that starts on April 1st of every year and ends on March 31st of the following year. So you have 12 months to accomplish your marketing activities and expand internationally. Now let's look into the application guide, and it's a long one, so I wanted to highlight just a few things here. And of course, you have time, and I will leave the link to this official guide that you can look up on your own. Specifically, I wanted to just go through the eligible expenses. It's probably the best use of our time right here during this video. So here in the section 5, all of those expenses are broken down in detail. There are different categories of expenses. So, and this guideline is very clear on what expenses are eligible and what expenses are not. For example, here they have a definition of what kind of airfare is eligible. So, for example, only economy or premium economy airfare will be eligible. You're more than welcome to fly business class, but the government grant program will only pay for the economy or premium economy. So, and a few other things like that. Again, for example, mandatory visa fees are also eligible. So, for the sake of the time, I will leave the link to this guideline for you, and then you can look it up on your own and figure out exactly what costs are eligible and what costs are not eligible. For the time being, let's just go back to the table of content of this guideline, and I wanted to go through the application process. So this program has the online application portal where you log in, or obviously if you don't have an account in that online portal, you create your account first, get verified, and then you will have access to the application form through that online portal. What also worth mentioning is that the way this program works is that you don't receive the government funding right away. You actually have to perform your project, execute your project, say go to the trade show, travel to the market. So the government reimburses you the money that you have spent. It doesn't give you the upfront cash upon approval, which is very important to understand. So this is only reimbursement. They don't provide any funding upfront. So that's important for you to plan your cash flow. And that concludes our overview of the CanExport program. Once again, all the links are in the description. And if you have any questions about the program or how to apply or need help with the application, at Win Global, we will be more than happy to help you out. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Win Global. for expert insight in international business, trade policies, and global market strategies. At Win Global, we specialize in helping exporters and importers navigate the complexities of global trade. If you need personalized advice on expanding your business internationally, global sourcing, or compliance, check out the links in the description or email us at ask@winglobal.ca. Any questions, drop them in the comments. I read every one of them and will be happy to answer. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.